NBCLX.
Climate change.
Social justice.
Your community.
NBCLX, a brand new network designed with you in mind, bringing you an in-depth storytelling approach to news and election coverage with context, inspirational stories, and connecting the dots on the key issues that matter most. NBCLX highlights the truth about voter fraud, mail-in voting, and more. Watch LX News every night at 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. on Optimum 146 and Over the Air 4.3.
Support for this podcast comes from today's military. You have a calling. We have an answer.
Finding your purpose can mean following a different path, and that can be intimidating, but also rewarding. Consider the unexpected by looking at today's military. You have a calling. We have an answer. Learn more at todaysmilitary.com.
Scarpins Avenue. Dan and Ran and Jay will share tales of folks so unaware they lack in grace and sometimes choose the life they choose will make the news. Breaking down each epic fail in Florida, there's half-price bail. I'm happy to say they couldn't make this up. So listen to our podcast jam with co-hosts Arden and Dan. Benders, don't be a jerk, cause when the music hits the funny hits and we are gonna take you down. Stick around. Make a sound, hunker down, it's Dumb People Town.
Hey, Townies, welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town. Population you. Population Marine. Arden Myrin. Hi, girl.
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
We've wanted you on this thing for so long, and this is the perfect opportunity to have you on it because you've written an hilarious book. It is so funny, Little Miss Little Compton. We will talk about it in a little bit. We're not going to get into it now, but it's out there now, and people can get it, and they can laugh their asses off. I'm just thinking about your dad's mini cooler, and it is making me laugh so hard. We'll get into it later. But my question,
real deal.
My question for you, girl, is: do you think the world's getting dumber? What do we think?
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure.
Right?
It's getting, I mean, is there any doubt that it's getting, obviously it's getting dumber.
Has the pandemic made us even dumber?
Yeah, the pandems, you know what it is? The pandems has made us defiant and reckless.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's brought out like, I'm the boss of me, germs, excuse you, I'm the boss of me, pandems.
Yes,
and
you will not take me down. Yes.
You're not going to take me down. Not in my backyard. It might take my neighbor down, but
yeah,
for sure.
So this is it. I think the things, and Dan, I know you agree with this, the things that people are prideful about, like have pride in, that shows how dumb they are. I'm proud about not wearing a mask. I'm proud about it's that, and also I think people cut corners all the time in stupid ways, but now it can kill you. So
that's the thing.
Right?
I didn't realize how quick of a hand washer I was. You know what I mean? Like I washed my hands, but until March, when you think about when we were all wiping down our cereal boxes in March, you know what I'm saying? The care, the scrub, like the surgery scrub of what have I been doing? You know, I don't do that. I don't rub my hands raw now, but I didn't realize how sort of throwaway I was doing it.
No, you gotta do it.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it.
You gotta do it. Well, we believe the world's getting dumber, and our awesome fans send us wonderful stories, and so we get to go through them with you, and I'm so happy you're here. We're going to talk about your book a little bit later, but let's jump into a story right now, shall we do it, Dan?
Should we? Should we do a story?
Let's do one, Dan.
Okay.
Dan.
DVK.
I know. How are you? Good to see you, Arden.
Oh my! I'm fancy today. I am fancy today because I did a Hallmark show this morning, so I've been put through I got glamour in my yard.
Oh my God! It works.
Yeah.
I love it.
I've been through the works in my yard and like a bubbles, like people in garbage bags, touching me
we've done
with paintbrushes from afar.
I do like the things they put in place. We've done a couple of productions, and thank God they're being super careful.
I've now had a blood test for a COVID test, and now once you get the blood test, you're like, everybody should be. That's the one.
Turns out you don't have COVID, but you are pregnant. So that's a weird.
Oh my God, I am.
It's a weird blood test to take.
All right, here we go. This was presented by Sarah at Shabatra.
Love it.
Yep. Here we go.
Yep.
A criminal who hijacked and diverted a helicopter in midair in an attempt to break his wife out of a Belgian prison.
What?
has been arrested after detectives found he used his own name to book the flight.
Wow.
You got to do it all right.
He planned. Okay,
he planned everything.
He planned a lot of this. Now, if your husband planned a lot of it and only got a little of it wrong, how much would you give him the benefit of the time?
I mean, first of all, I'm wowed by the gesture. I love the maverick side of it.
Yep.
I love the grand scale thing. He's not like with a spoon digging a tunnel under like that. I like this swagger and this sort of like A-teamness of it.
Right.
And that'll be it. Basically, if that guy's my husband, I married a really hot dum-dum.
That's
you know what I mean?
Hot dum-dum.
He's a hot dum-dum.
The third banana of the A-team.
Well,
you know what
Yes, I married, I guess, Murdoch?
Murdoch.
Amy?
Yeah, he's like
I married
the guy
Amy.
below Murdoch.
Amy, season 1.
Well, I'm about to show you a picture of the two of these people. And they have a very Charlie's Angels like Remington Steele, heart versus heart.
She's in jail.
I know, but
jail.
it
Look
is
like
not,
it's Dan.
You're going to look at
Can
these
you
people.
put it in the chat? You got to put it in the chat.
This is the fantasy
I
of
need
all
to see
guys
this.
to marry a bad girl.
Okay, here we go.
I need to see this.
All right, here comes the
Dan,
picture.
hold
You can
on.
see it on our Facebook page, by the way. Everybody join the follow Dumb People Town as a Facebook page because all these pictures are up there. And of all these stories, you want to see the pictures.
You want to see
Dude,
Remington
I
Steele?
mean, now more than ever, you need to see Remington Steele. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
You think you don't need to see
actually,
Remington
it's
Steele?
not letting me share it, but
Can
my
you put it in the
assistant might
chat?
have the ability
Can you
to share
could you
it.
put a link in the chat?
Yeah, no, we'll
we can figure it out. That's
Let's keep
not a
talking
bad
about it and
idea.
we'll throw
I
it
love
up there.
it. So wait, describe what I'm gonna see because I can't. Like, are they like
I
cocky?
can
Like
also
they're like,
pick it up
yeah,
in
we
terms.
did.
They're just two people who
Yeah.
look like they
Here.
just you don't I don't
They,
she
like-
looks a little bit more devious than he's not the type of guy I would see stealing a helicopter and
Oh, okay. Yes, no. It's like PJ Byrne married a bad girl, and that's like his mail order bride, and he was like, I would do anything
This is
for
at
you.
their
Like,
wedding.
but she's in jail.
She's in jail.
This
She's
is like
in a,
Moshe
What'd
and
she do?
Natasha in the real world.
Would she? That's exactly it. What did she do?
Well, Mike Guyland threatened the helicopter's pilot using a replica handgun. This is very
Love it.
National Lampoon's that he
Love
sought to.
It could make a
very-
very
it
bad
could-
welt.
it could break the
lodge
skin.
under the
Lodge under
skin.
the skin.
As he sought to spring Crystal Appelt
Yep.
from Berkendahl Women's Prison in South Brussels on Friday, where she was being held on suspicion of murdering an ex-boyfriend.
Hot. First of all, she already has a stripper name, which is incredible.
Crystal
Crystal
Appelt on the main
Von
stage.
Pelt. Crystal Von Pelt.
Kristel.
Crystal.
I mean, is there anything hot? She must be she must put on such like a floor show in bed, like a gymnastics floor show.
Oh, yeah.
Acrobatic. Like, there's like aerial thing. Like, she is a bobcat in the sack.
You
And
know
he's
the
like,
best sex he's ever had.
It's the best
ever had.
It's break someone out of prison.
No,
sex.
it's know that you murdered someone else and you went to jail. I'm still
Yeah.
going to marry you. And then when you're in jail, I'm going to break you out.
Stand by your gal.
And by the way, I can't wait for you to try to murder me. You know what I mean? Like, you probably are going to murder me.
You're murdering
Miss Von
me with how
Pelt.
much I love you.
You're murdering me with your like fucking lady boner
I
moves.
know.
Like,
This
bring
woman is
it.
like-
It's full bone zone. I
She's
love
like a
it.
mastermind.
The helicopter
Oh,
circled
she's-
the prison several times. So, like, there's no discreetness to this.
No.
But Guyland's plan was foiled as the pilot was unable to land within the courtyard. You didn't even check to see if you had enough room to land a helicopter.
Babe, I tried. I told him to. He wouldn't do it.
Did you
I
get the right
tried.
size helicopter?
Yeah, I tried.
I tried.
I tried.
Do you guys remember the A-Team episode where Murdoch was like, I need trash bags, and they had to get out of the prison, and he basically, like, he and Faceman tied two, like chairs, like folding chairs, garbage bags, and then they took hair dryers, and then they just blew themselves
Shut
up and out like
up.
jetpacks, and they got up and out of the courtyard. That's what they fucking needed.
Pack themselves out with
Yeah.
hair dryers.
and trash.
Yeah.
And how are the hair dryers plugged into what?
You plugged into the 80s. You didn't need to be plugged into the 80s. What else?
Arden
That's
Myrin
perfect.
plugged into the 80s.
So
Perfect.
the helicopter pilot was unable to land within the courtyard. This is where it starts to get really fun.
Yeah.
While the helicopter flew over the prison, the inmates cheered and waved, but Guyland became nauseous and had to put his head out of the helicopter 5 times to throw up.
So
That's
the women are like, yay!
I love you, baby. And 5 times. So
in front of a women's prison, this guy has like all the game and absolutely no game. Like,
No,
he has,
like-
like,
You need so little game to get some action at a women's prison.
Don't you think though that the helicopter pilot at some point was like trying to make him sick, like just taking it a little too tightly
definitely-
in the circles?
Can I ask you a question?
Yes,
I mean, look, so we're in a women's prison. They got nothing to lose. They're bored. I mean,
That's
this is a blast. You're seeing some like middle management accountant vomiting, like he's like got a fake gun circling your prison, vomiting out of it. When you watch a car chase on TV, first of all, mesmerizing. Second of all, aren't you always kind of rooting for them to get away? So it's sort of the fun of like this accountant hanging out with vomiting.
I know,
out of
man.
like,
Just trying to get close to his lady.
He just wants
How much would you pay to have been watching that? Like with the vomit?
Dude, I
would've
would have
gone
loved to have
nuts.
seen this. Just the gathering of the prisoners to look up and cheer at what's going on. Because the woman down there was like, that's my man. That's my man.
Also, like, do you think the armed guards are like, buddy, what do you think's gonna happen when you get down here?
Yeah.
Like, we're not gonna be like, well,
we could shoot you down now.
right.
But we're
how
so
about-
bored we want to watch it. We love watching you
We want
vomit.
to see you throw up more.
How come they didn't do lower the
ladder.
and let
The
her
ladder.
jump on and hang on and then swing her over
That's
the wall?
very A-team.
That's
That
it.
is
very
straight up
18.
ladder her up out of this place.
The
You
pilot
better get that lads on.
The pilot was then instructed to fly to a nearby town south of the Belgian capital where a getaway car was waiting in a car park. Guyland was later found, I love this, with his 50-year-old adoptive father. Which means that guy is just trying to prove to this boy that he loves him. You don't look. I chose you. I
Listen,
adopted you.
I
You
adopted
think a
you.
real dad would do this
I
shit?
will drive. I will always drive your getaway car. You think a real dad would drive a getaway car?
You know,
No.
you know what I hear? I hear like a man that had an affair with his secretary that was sort of like, I will treat you like my son. You know what I mean? I fell
So
in love
you
with
are
Brenda.
my actual son, but I will adopt you as my real son.
I didn't want my first wife to find out, so I'm acting like I'm being cool, even though you literally are my son.
This is
Wait, Arden. Are you saying that this guy was married to another woman? Then he had an affair with his secretary. He said, you cannot keep this baby. She said, I'm keeping it and I'm putting it up for adoption. He found that baby and then he adopted him as his own.
and said, I will support you in what you want
This
to
is
do.
a great lifetime
I mean, that
movie.
wasn't exactly what I was saying, but I have to say
That
it's
would
even
be
better.
great.
It's better than what I was. It actually is better. It's a better thing that I came up with.
I like it.
The two men, Guyland and his 50-year-old adoptive real-life father, they were found along with two other suspects aged 18 and 22. Who are these kids that they've roped into this?
Yep.
They were arrested within 24 hours of the failed prison break after detectives found that Guyland had used his own name when booking the helicopter at the airport.
You think of everything. You're like, I got the plan. I'm going
Right.
to steal it in
I
the
took
air.
motion
We're going to go
sickness.
over there. I took Dramamine.
But he's not a
so I-
liar. He's not a liar. I'm
He's a
Guyvan
good
Van
guy.
Pelt.
What's your name? And he like before he gets on the phone, he's like, don't give your name. Don't give your name. They're like,
don't
sir,
give your
what's your name? And he gives his
Mark
name.
Guyland.
God damn it.
God damn. This comes back to when you asked me if I think people are getting dumber. I'm gonna chalk it up to the pandems.
Yeah,
that people are
pandems.
like, they're bored. They're like, fuck it, I got nothing to lose. We're all gonna die. Like,
I'm going to steal a
fuck
helicopter
it.
in the air.
Like,
And if I
I'll
die
wait.
trying, who cares? My name's
Who
Mark
cares?
Guyland.
Who cares? My name's Mark Island. Literally, who cares? I've been cooped up. I
It's
don't
not
want to
Mark
wear. I
Guyland,
want.
is it?
No, it's Guyland.
It's
Is it
Guyland.
Galen?
Mike Guyland.
Mike
Guyland.
Guyland. Gay
That's
guy. Guyland.
That's what I'm going with. Quote,
I love this story so much.
I can
think that-
confirm. I love his lawyer. His name is Tom Van Overbeck.
Nothing you can do can keep me away from
Mike Guyland. That was good. I can confirm that my client admitted that he wanted to free his wife from prison.
Except it's nothing you can say can keep me away from my
Either way. Quote, it seems the whole thing has been staged quite amateurishly. First of all,
you think?
But only the part with the name. Everything else was epic.
I mean,
They got a helicopter. They had a...
but Arden,
A circling vim, a donut of vomit around a women's prison.
he did not have a plan for how.
Yeah.
You got to ladder that gal out of there.
You lose a lot of your...
Who do I have to audition for to play a part of a women's prisoner watching this what part of the budget?
You should be the bride.
Yeah, you should be Crystal.
I gotta be the bride.
You can be Crystal Guyland.
Oh, are you kidding me? I'd be like, you better fucking land that plane. You ever want to see this again? You want to see this business again? You better land this for once in your life.
I've
for
murdered
once in your
before.
fucking life.
And I'll murder you.
I've
killed
that piece
boyfriends
of
for
shit.
less.
Yes, you think I didn't fucking kill Gary? Just fucking not walking
I
on
want you
old
to play
dog.
this woman.
I can't wait. And I would play her with that accent because that seems like a believable Belgian
yeah,
accent.
That's a Belgian accent. And I'm going to tell you right now, what you just did right there, it could be your screen test.
Well, you ready for
during COVID? I'm counting it.
Are you ready for their
This is
meet
my
cute?
self-tape.
Are you ready for their meet cute?
Oh, I'm ready for their meet.
Yeah.
Guyland, the guy who we've all noted looks like some
Guyland.
early rendering of Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
He looks like a nerdier version of 3/4 of the Bare Naked Ladies.
Yes. He is a convicted drug smuggler.
What?
Yes. And he met and married Crystal, his wife.
Sure.
He met in the mixed gender Hassett prison last year. We both, Crystal and I, had visitors in January 2019. We bumped into each other in the visitors area. Guyland told Het Belang van Limburg newspaper last year. We still knew each other from before, but hadn't seen each other in a long time.
Our ankle cuffs got tied up.
Because we could never see each other, we both started taking computer lessons in prison. That was the only way to be together.
Oh my God.
And then she sent me that titty shot, and I was like, girl, I'm getting you out of there with, even if I'm puking in circles all over your prison.
Listen, before we started that computer class, she did not know how to email an attachment. By the end, she knew how to
Titty
email my
galore.
attachment.
Titties galore.
This is a better version of How I Met Your Mother. I have to.
This is a better version of You've Got Mail.
Crystal is still in the jail.
This is the original draft of Nora Ephron's original script.
Right.
When
Tom
Harry
Hanks was
murdered
great.
Sally.
When Sally murdered the guy before Harry.
Yes.
Crystal is still in jail on suspicion of the stabbing death of Andy Verderet
Stabbing!
during
Thank
a
you.
street fight. She was in a street fight with this guy and killed
Okay,
him.
I mean, you think I'm not showing up with my fucking knife and a
Okay,
rusty
she's
fender?
doing the characters.
Excuse you. If you think you get over here, you don't fuck with Crystal. You get over. I'm gonna fucking gut you right here in
That's
this
it.
Belgian
That's it.
street. I got
Have
nothing
this
else.
role. It's yours. You don't have to do
the
anything else.
if I'm the writer, producer / director, I'm giving you this role.
All right.
This is yours.
We'll get out of
You
here.
know what? I feel like I just won the contest, even
You
just for my
did. No,
esteem. I
you
needed that. I
Every
needed
role you were
that.
born to play. All
You're
right.
born to play her.
Come on, Dan.
How old
Oh, boy.
is Crystal Appelt?
Now, we saw a picture of her. If you want to see a picture of her, you got to join
go
the Facebook page.
all right?
I mean, first of all, it looked like it was from like 1963. The photo looked
But
like
I mean,
it was.
or 93. You can't tell. But
So how old is she now? In your eyes.
I mean, I wanted to say like 42, but I'm going to say 23.
okay, Jay.
Okay.
31.
Okay.
39.
All right.
Do you say 42?
I said at first I wanted to say 42, but now I'm saying 23.
23, 29, 39. 39.
One of you is 1 year off. Would
Okay.
any of you like to change your number
Yep.
1 year up or down?
38.
Okay.
20. What did I say?
23.
22. I'm
22,
going
Jay.
down.
30.
Okay. We'll close out story number 1. The story of the love and the prison break gone wrong. Crystal Appelt, the role which Arden will win an Emmy for.
Yep.
She will win a
She's already won a
she will win a daytime Emmy for, even
And
though
a
it plays at night.
Cable Ace Award, which no longer exists.
And a drama
It's my
desk award.
Patricia Arquette escape from Dannemora.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
there you go.
This is what it is.
Crystal is 24 years old.
I should have gone up. up. I should have gone up.
This is the role.
I mean,
Still win.
Here's the thing: if you get the role, you'll play her like she's 22.
I'm gonna play her like she's 22. And if you put this nice Zoom filter on, you'd be like, "How old is she?" You just keep that Vaseline. 24.
No,
she's 24. She's 24, but she seems 22. She's looking 22, but they've aged her up to play 24.
Smart. I love it. All right, there's our first story down the books. Arden Myrin is with us, and she has a new book, which I can't wait to talk to her about on the other side of this. This is Dumb People Town. Don't go anywhere.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey, Townies. It feels like, I don't know, for almost a better part of a year, so many of us, if you're like me, have been buying almost everything online. It's a great way to get the stuff you need without having to go out into the world. Well, guess what? That's where today's sponsor, Honey, comes in. It's the free browser extension that scours the internet for promo codes and automatically applies the best one available at checkout. Yeah, it does it for you. So if you're looking to buy something online, if you use the extension Honey, it'll make sure that you are getting the best possible deal you can. It goes out there and it finds the promo codes and it automatically applies them. Why not do this? Honey is basically your online shopping best friend. Like I said, you get Honey on your computer for free in 2 easy clicks by going to joinhoney.com/DPT. That's how you can show them. I heard Daniel Van Kirk talk about this. I want to make sure I'm saving money when I buy all my stuff online. So that's where I heard about it. Go to honey.com/DPT. Then when you're checking out at one of over its 30,000 supported sites, Honey pops up and all you have to do is click apply coupons because they found it for you. Then just wait a few seconds and Honey searches for coupons for the site. If Honey finds working codes, it'll apply the best one to your cart. I mean, I've been buying, sometimes I buy like little snack bars and I go through and I just check it and then Honey says, oh, here's a promo code. You can save 15% on that. I buy those like every couple of months and Honey has made me save money. In fact, it's found over its 17 million members, over $2 billion in savings. So let's find out how much you can save. Honey supports all kinds of retailers from tech to gaming sites to fashion brands to even food delivery. Yeah. So it's very simple. That's all you have to do is get on your computer, get Honey. And again, that is honey.com/DPT. It's free and works with whatever browser you use. Again, to get Honey for free, go to joinhoney.com/DPT. That's joinhoney.com/DPT. Townies, the holiday season is here and holiday shoppers are buying more stuff online than ever before. If you're an online seller, are you struggling to keep up? Well, get your ship together at ShipStation. When you're selling online, getting massive amount of orders out quickly can be tough. It comes down to which shipping carrier should you use. Are you getting the best rates? Will they be delivered on time? Well, if you're somebody who has any sort of online business where you need to get product out to your customers, ShipStation is the way to go. It's why it's my choice for anything that I have to send through my own merch. It's the fastest, easiest, and most affordable way to manage and ship your orders in just a few clicks. You're managing orders, printing out discounted shipping labels, and getting your products out fast. That's right. ShipStation helps online sellers get orders out quickly, save money on shipping costs, and keep customers happy. And guess what? ShipStation brings all your orders into one simple interface, making them easy to manage from any device, even from your cell phone. And the thing that I really, really, really love is you get big discounts that are usually only afforded to huge company. Now, any business can access the same postage rate discounts that are usually reserved for Fortune 500 companies. So you know you are always getting the best deal. It's no wonder that ShipStation is the number one choice for online sellers. You'll ship more in less time with the best rates available. Do it. Right now, Dumb People Town listeners can use ShipStation for free for 60 days if you get that offer code DPT in. So use DPT to get ShipStation for free for 60 days. Make sure your business can meet these demands. Go to ShipStation.com today. Click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in DPT. Go to ShipStation.com, enter the offer code DPT. ShipStation.com. Make ship happen.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Before we get to Arden's unbelievable book,
we have something fun.
We have something fun.
We have something very fun, and it also talks about something we want to let everybody know about. So the Dumb People Town Live is November 7th.
November 7th with John Hamm and the band Tennis, and we do it at Nowhere Comedy Club, and you can do it.
Get your tickets.
Get your tickets because there's
going
still
to
some
sell
left.
out. There's only a few left.
But this is what we did, and we're going to do it again when we announce
it's the only way you can be eligible for
We're
it.
going to announce it for the next one, that very next episode.
Sure.
Or
we
as
will
it
announce
nears.
the December show on November 7th. If you're at that show and you buy tickets that night, you have the opportunity to automatically win entry into the VIP hang after the show.
So who are the 5 people
there
who
are
won?
5 people who won that. So we're going to announce those right now. Alexander Thompson.
Yes.
Jamie Cartwright.
Yes.
Scott
Skylar-
Carpenter, who is one of our
Crystal Pelt.
Patreons. He's a true local. Emily Newton and Crispin Cott. So all 5 of you
Yes.
get
Crispin
to
Cott.
join into our VIP ticket. If you already have a VIP ticket and you're like, Dan, I already bought one, I'll take care of you. We can figure that out. Just email dvkshows@gmail.com and we'll make sure that you are taken care of. Maybe we'll just get you hooked up for the next show in December. But you all want it because you came to the last show and bought your tickets right
That
away.
night.
Which
So-
reminds me, speaking of Scott Carpenter, we have so many great things happening with the Patreon. If you're already hooked onto that, look and see all the great things you now get. If you're new to it and you haven't checked out it before, now is a great time. It should be around the time this drops. If
That's
not in
right.
a couple days, we'll have a big announcement. But definitely by November 7th, if you tune in, you'll be hearing all about the new stuff going on our Patreon. That's enough of my plug.
If you're looking for a good book to read, I am knee deep in this book, and it is so goddamn funny. I mean, I'm trying to read it in 2 ways, Arden.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
trying to read
Backwards?
it. No, I'm trying to read it in that I know you, and I picture you saying every single thing in here. So, like, because I know you, I actually have your voice in my head. But I just think it's really hilarious when there are moments where I can step outside of that and be like, if I didn't know you, I'd be dying right now. The book is called Little Miss Little Compton. And first of all, you dispense with that right away, because a white girl on the front of a book that says Little Miss Little Compton, I'm sure there are people like, hang on, that's cultural appropriation. You're not, and you're like, wait a minute, it's Rhode Island. It's not Compton, LA. This is where I grew up.
I grew up in a town called Little Compton, Rhode Island, that had never heard of the real Compton until the movie came out. Not even the album. It was truly the movie. They were like, wait, what? Because it's so small. So small.
But it's an amazing book about your life.
Well, and you said something early in the book, which is kind of fascinating. And it was, I don't want to say it was a throwaway observation, but it was about like living in a small town, that you, in your own little, you either live a simple life of like a small town life, or you live kind of in isolation and you can live whatever crazy life you decide to make up for yourself.
Yeah.
And I never thought of it like that like, when you're in this universe where you grew up, this crazy small town thing, your family created its own crazy ass rules, and it's an insane world.
It's an interesting thing. Like, I just took it for granted. Like, this is how everybody grows up. And I have people reading it. They're like, what? The fuck? Like, they're like, it's like Wes Anderson, like Royal Tenenbaum meets, like, somebody called it funning with scissors. Like, it's like running with scissors, but fun. Like, it's crazy. Yeah. So my parents met in Manhattan, and they got married on a dare.
Which is the craziest story ever. Don't give too much of away, because
I won't.
It is
I'm not going to give too much
amazing.
away. But it is an interesting thing. Like, as I've been promoting the book, I didn't realize, like, I was doing Mike Kaplan's show, and he asked me what I liked to do when I was little, and I was saying how much I loved it. Like, it was just always make believe. Like, I loved to play store, and I loved to, like, I would have little, like, fake cash registers, and he was saying that my town is so small. There's not even a stoplight. There's literally one old general store. There's a coffee shop, which is a tiny barn, and an apple orchard. And he was like, "Oh, so you had to, like, make you
had to
literally
invent what that was,
because there was no store. Like, there's everything you didn't exist, and yet I also had unlimited access to, like, adult pop culture, which I shouldn't have, like, but, like, really good, like Steve Martin and Monty Python and Saturday Night Live when I was like 4 and 5. You know, so I was aware of this larger world, and a lot of, like, 1940s movies and 1950s movies. Yeah. But then nothing was there. So it's all the beauty of it is everybody just kind of leaves everybody alone, because you have all this land and you just get to make whatever weird world you want to make.
It's fascinating, and it's fascinating and deep and beautiful
and funny as shit.
I think it's deep in ways that I don't even know if you realize, like a tiny moment of your mom letting you go hang out on the porch of a vacation home that's empty and watch like the waves come in and watch like that is I was thinking of the movie Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I don't know why that came to me, but in that moment, but I was like, this is poetic in like a bizarre way. And maybe it's because we're parents and our kids are, of that age and whatnot. Now I saw this book through your eyes and I saw this book through your parents' eyes. Fascinating.
Lisa Delarios calls it my memoir. She says
your
it's my
memoir.
She says
it's a love letter to her in so many ways, and it's just beautiful. But your dad's a crazy ass character too. One of the funniest descriptions of any dad I'd never even heard it before.
Dude, truly, she was barely in the proposal. I didn't even see her as like a funny character. She was just, and I didn't realize how unusual she was. But she gave us the freedom. Like she would take my brother and I on hooky days, and she would just be like,
hooky day.
She'd be like this, and then she hated like the bullshit. Like she was really harsh on like my classmates. She'd be like, that kid's a drip. Like the kids are drip. Like why they're sucking their thumbs in 6th grade? I was like, oh, like you go to the planetarium again where they don't have any fucking money. All right, we're playing hooky.
Right. Your mom
is
right. She's right. That kid is a goddamn drip.
She was like, I remember there was like a roller skating party I had, and there was one girl who was like, Mrs. Marine, like when you home, like the girls are being mean to me, and she thought like. She's like, ugh, I had to skate around with Candace. But like, yeah, I didn't mean to. You're a fucking drip. Like,
right.
You're a fucking
Your mom's like
drip.
trying to make her into a better human being, like 3 laps around the track.
Stop being such a drag. Like, just nut up. Like, fully just such a New England, like, growing up with an older brother and a family that is like truly like nut up.
Nut up. It is so good.
But my dad was batshit. Like, my dad.
Crazy.
Looked like John Belushi. Built
only less healthy, as you said in the book.
Only less healthy. It's so funny. My editor, God bless her, but she was like, I don't get it. Wasn't John Belushi unhealthy?
Did your editor say that? I want to smack that person
no, you don't
right
even
now.
know.
It's such a good joke. I cackled out loud when I read it. Yes.
Truly, he was John Belushi, but less healthy. And he looked just like him. And he was literally like he was such not a 2020 dad. You know what I mean? No. He was like, I told your mother if she wanted to have kids, she had to deal with you guys. It was just like, truly like we were a divorced house and like she got sold custody, but they were married and lived together.
He lived in the divorced house.
He lived in the divorced house. He was our married dad, but he was just like, you're your mother's kids. And at a certain point, you're like, oh, okay. Like, we're with her. Like, well, she's more fun anyway. But
we're going to go on vacation with her. And he was just like, that's the best vacation I ever had was when you left.
And then he carried a cooler everywhere. He had like a purse.
The cooler is my favorite thing. I don't want to give it away. Don't give it away. I don't want to give it away. If you want to hear these stories, and if you want a good read in the pandemic, people are always asking me what are you reading and what's getting you through. I love this book so much. Little Miss Little Compton. You can get
pictures. It's a fast read too. It's a fast read.
It's like 250 pages, but I'm barreling through it. It is just so fun, and it's like kind of the perfect thing, especially right now as we head towards this election and in this crazy town everywhere. I don't know. It just took me to another place, so I'm really proud of you. All right, let's get into another story.
Are you guys ready?
Yes, let's do it.
Sent in by Jeffrey Alberghini. Hitting up the episodes lately. Thanks, at JJ Alberghini. Got it. Another thing, we got Halloween coming up. Mm-hmm. So this was something I thought was a little bit scary. No judgment. Just scary.
Okay.
A school teacher whose body, face, and tongue are covered in tattoos and who has had the whites of his eyes surgically turned black said he was prevented from teaching at a French kindergarten after a parent complained that he scared their child.
If this is all that you have and you have all these things on you, that's fine.
Teaching in arts high school.
It's a free country.
Yeah, do it.
Do what you want. But understand that going to teach kindergarten at a French school, you're going to get some looks.
I mean, a French school might accept it. Yeah.
Oh, the French school might accept it. Question. The French school might go, nut up, children. What is the problem? Question. Wait, is it the whites of the eyes
the
are
whites
black?
of his eyes have been turned black.
So everything's black.
Again, here's a picture.
Look at this, Arden. That's for kindergartners.
Oh, someone should.
Oh, there we go. Look at that.
I mean, this guy.
No, look, I'm not saying he shouldn't. I'm not saying he isn't.
On the bus are off the bus. Off the bus.
Oh my God.
Off the bus.
We're not saying he's not a very nice person.
I
We're
have
not
the
saying
safety pin through my penis.
He might be a great teacher. He might be a great teacher.
Like, how did he even get any resume? Like, why kindergarten? Why is that what you wanted? It seems like you have other
Wouldn't
gifts.
you want to work
You
at a
have other
tattoo
gifts.
parlor?
He does. Sounds looks like he does, or they work at him.
Listen.
The tattoo parlor works at him.
At him.
He's like the Yakov Smirnoff of tattoos.
Tattoo parlor work at me.
No, what I'm saying is, if that you want to be a teacher, great. I'm not saying
I'm
you want
with
a
it.
beautiful soul.
Maybe he's
who can
the
really
best
teach
teacher
them.
ever.
But at that age, those kids can't curb.
I'm gonna tell you
how
right now.
their fears.
Dan,
They can't
Dan,
see past the.
it's already weird to have a male kindergarten teacher. There was one at our school.
True story.
He's like a little bit of like the disciplinarian guy. He gave timeouts when everyone's like, I don't know if we're doing that anymore, but he started doing that. And we're just like, all right, that's what he does. And he really relates well to
I
the
don't
boys.
know.
But I'm just saying there is a moment where you're like, not that it's just weird. It isn't in the norm. Now you add this kind of thing to it and you go, this dude, I understand.
I mean, yeah,
why
I
people-
could see somebody saying like, "Oh, that's it." I feel like you don't see enough male kindergarten
Which,
teachers.
by the way-
that would make him unique or stand out. But he leaned way in on the unique.
I'm trying
and
to picture
standing
my
out.
mom. My mom be like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Like, okay, this freak show is gonna teach it. I don't think, homie, don't think so. That was so. It was, yeah.
And
no.
by the way, your mom was pretty cool with a lot of stuff, but she would look at this guy and be like,
But
no.
look again.
Yeah.
I agree with Randy. He could be the best teacher in the world.
Sure.
And by the way, I think he could teach so many
About
kids
not judging a book by its cover.
exactly about
but
acceptance.
offhand, with the first day they walk into class,
kindergarten.
That's my point. Kindergarten.
Age it up a little.
Make
Age it up
junior
a
high
little.
kids not judge
Junior
a book by
high.
its cover. I mean,
Junior
make
high,
young
high
kids too, but I'm just
school.
saying.
Art school. His kids wanted to do distance learning in 2018.
I
Folks.
just don't want any of our beautiful town members, townies, our civilians,
Yeah.
to get the idea that we're not saying
I am 100% in support of this guy and whatever he
100%.
does to his
Of
body.
But you can't prevent little kids getting scared. Think about you
Dude.
know what?
Just
You know
know-
who's not scary?
Okay.
Santa. And you
know
how many-
your audience.
Right. That's what I was
By
going to
the way,
say.
Santa's not scary, and it's still terrifying as a little
That's
kid
my
to go
point,
sit on
Arden.
his.
Exactly.
So if
Thank
you're,
you. That's-
it's so frightening to go to school for the first time in your life. You're getting on a bus. You're like, "Bye, mom. I guess I'll be okay." And then that's great. You're just so little. You're so little.
It's shocking. I mean, if you want to see something crazy, go down the website. There's a website or an Instagram, evil or Easter bunnies with bad auras. I'm telling you, they're
terrifying.
You have to see it.
Goddamn terrifying.
It is terrifying. It's just like evil looking Easter bunnies. Just look it up online. It's terrifying. Is it bad to have an Easter bunny around kids? No.
but I think what we're
Some
saying
of these look like
I'm writing
killers.
that down right now.
Killers.
what we're saying about this guy is we are 100% in support of his lifestyle.
100%.
Totally. And 100%
Yes.
Remember Leopard Larry, Tig's friend? We loved him
Love
too.
Leopard Larry. I love all of it. I'm just saying you can't be surprised if people
if someone's going to complain.
Yeah.
It almost feels like he was looking for a lawsuit. You know what I mean?
Thank
Like,
you.
okay, I'm going to look like this. Where can I go and be like, how dare you? You know what I mean? It's
Exactly.
like,
Exactly.
look.
Don't that's
like,
a faux surprise.
You knew.
Yeah,
you
don't
knew.
act
And that's fine. Go do your thing, chicken wing. But like, come on.
Don't do it that way. All right, so what happened?
No.
Well, Sylvan Helene still teaches children from the age of 6 and up and said that after the initial shock when they see him for the first time, his pupils see past his appearance. I totally believe you.
Me
But
too.
we're all talking about that first time. He quote from him, "All my students and their parents were always cool with me because basically they knew me," said Helene, who estimated he has spent how many hours under the tattooist's needle. Now, you guys, we all got a good look at him. How many hours of
Under the
ink work?
tattoo-
Can I
Tattooist
ask
needle-
one question?
I will say
I've
this.
never. Does anybody have a tattoo? Because I don't
No,
have one.
Not yet.
No,
I
no.
will be getting one soon.
Okay,
Really?
how long
Yeah.
does say I wanted like a picture of, I don't know, Lisa Rinna on my arm, like her
Okay.
face.
I mean, it depends. Those lips take a long time to do.
Yeah, it depends on your line and
How
your
big are the
on your
lips?
lines and your shading. And I know very little about this, but I would imagine just like an
6
average
hours?
like portrait
you
on your arm,
get-
probably like 4 hours.
If
And
you
it might
get
do-
Lisa Renna, I'm going to get Harry Hamlin just so we can hang out at a party.
Yes. Oh my God. You know what? We got nothing to lose. The Pandems.
I'm
Let's
getting
do it.
LA Law Harry Hamlin.
Let's do it.
I'm getting Clash of the
I'm gonna get
Titans,
Corbin
Harry.
There
Burnson.
you go. Also, for something like that, you might have to come back like different. Like sometimes people get the lines, and then they have to come
Right.
back after those all heal and get the
Colours.
colors.
Yeah. How long do you think he's been on?
Okay.
You saw the picture.
Yeah. Oh my God. So I'm the one guessing first.
You
So
can
I'm
guess
Price is
first,
Right
sure.
first bid. I'm the Price is Right first
You can
bid.
guess first,
No,
or
you
you
can-
can
you can guess
30
I'll go
seconds.
last. I'm gonna go last. I'm gonna go last.
Last.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
Jay, go first.
I'm going to say 2,000 hours.
2,000 hours from Jason.
Under the Tattooist Pen is my favorite Diane Lane movie.
She was so great.
Under the I would say 700 hours.
700 hours from Randy's Club.
I am going to say 5,600 hours.
5,600 hours.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He estimated he has spent around 460 hours
Yeah.
under the
Okay.
tattooist needle.
I'm great with numbers.
That's what I say, 700 hours?
Yeah,
I did.
yeah.
That's pretty
Okay,
good.
good guess.
It's only when people see me from far away that they can assume the worst. I would disagree with that as well.
I think if they can see
That picture's pretty close. That people could make any sort of assumption. That doesn't mean they're
True
right,
story.
or I'm telling them
No.
they should. But distance
No.
is not a factor when being scared.
This guy, do you know what
No.
this guy would be great for? One assembly.
Yes.
He's good for that one. Like,
scare
hey,
people straight.
And
look
then
at how
he's
you
sweet.
judge me.
Yeah.
Look
I
And
at
then
how
he's
you judge me,
sweet
I'm
as
your
can
buddy.
be. Yeah, you're right. And he's like so sweet. And then he's like a mum and Sean or something at the end. You're like, this is fun, you
You
know?
find out that he's like a helicopter paramedic. All right.
Great. I love this. I judged him by his cover. I've learned my lesson.
My fault.
Yes.
I should be more
Kids,
open-minded.
don't judge this guy. And then they say to him, now get the fuck out of our school.
Okay, now you're really freaking me out. So you gotta
right.
go.
He said last year he was teaching kindergarten in a suburb of Paris. I never think about the suburbs of
I
Paris.
was in the
When the
suburbs.
parents of a 3-year-old child complained to educational authorities, they said their son, who was not even taught by Helene, had nightmares after seeing him, which I 100%
Agreed.
believe.
Perfect. 3-year-old.
A couple of months later, the school authorities informed him he would no longer teach kindergarten children. He said, quote, I think the decision they took was quite sad. A spokesman for the local education authority said an agreement was reached with Helene to move him away from teaching kindergarten. Pupils under 6 could be frightened by his appearance. Yeah,
Under
totally.
6.
Yeah.
Wow.
Despite the setbacks, Helene said he would stick with his chosen career. I'm a primary school teacher. I love my job. I know, but sometimes the job has to love you.
That's right. That's right.
He
I
said
mean,
he
look.
started getting tattoos at the age of 27 while teaching at a private school in London. He had an existential crisis. You want to bring that to the kids always.
yeah.
Since then, he said
To the kindergartners.
he said getting tattoos
We're all
is my
gonna die,
passion.
kids.
You only get
Okay.
one.
I thought teaching was your passion.
I know.
Interesting.
He said he hoped to show pupils that they should accept people who are different from the norm. We all agree.
How about he shows his own pupils, folks?
I literally, every time you say the word pupils, I'm like, there's been so many different uses of the word pupils in
His
the
eyes.
story.
Yes, the
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
Maybe when they're adults. Now I love this idea, but it is a big hope that you think by them seeing your like back dragon tattoo and the literal blacks of your eyeballs.
Yeah.
He says, quote, maybe when they're adults, they will be less racist and less homophobic and more open-minded. I mean, that's the dream.
That's a big
but
one.
I mean,
For some of
perfect
them, it's the
world.
nightmare.
What if Ben Affleck took that giant back tattoo, put some like blacked out the whites of his eyes, and then played this guy in some French movie?
think he
He's
could
a
do
wild
it.
card right now.
I would
2020,
love-
Ben Affleck's a wild card.
I think it'd
I
be
agree
great.
with
Look,
you.
here's the deal. I'm just going to say this. If this guy was a burn victim, let's say when he was
Yes.
like 14 years old, there was a
Yes.
horrible fire, and
Chemical
his,
fire or
his whole
something.
face
Sure.
Got burned.
was burned, and so his face is kind of rough, and that's just
He
what it is.
becomes Deadpool.
And he really, really wanted to teach kindergarten. Then you got a situation where you're like, well, this is not learning, and he really wants
Yes.
to teach kids. And you know what? I'm sorry. This is what this guy wants to do. These are choices this guy
That's
made
right.
to
That's
decorate
right.
his body. God
Right.
bless. Have
God
a
bless
great
him.
time.
Yes.
Do what you can, but understand
Yeah.
that
No
some
one's
kids are
saying you can't teach. They're
Right.
saying, how about you teach, but maybe you teach 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds,
a little
15-year-olds.
older.
Yeah, they need to not judge books by
That's
the
a great
cover
point.
too.
So, like, you need to understand and go on the fly. The world pivots. We've all had to pivot in this pandemic. I'm
the
sorry.
way,
I'm on this guy's side a little bit, and I'm all for being accepting. But
Randy hit the nail on the head, dude.
dude,
Know your audience.
Make your choices, but know your audience.
And understand that, your choice was to get all tatted up, and that makes you happy and you love your appearance. It's your passion. You think it's cool. In doing so, there's some things you can do and there's some things you can't do.
Hey,
look, when you tat your whole face, scalp, and eyeballs, it might limit working with children.
Yeah.
Just a bit.
Little kids. We say older kids is good.
If you say, I'm going to become a folk singer, then you can't also want to own a house. Right, exactly. you got to readjust.
Pick one.
All right, that's it.
All right, story 2 down in the
When
books.
we come back, we're going to ask a Patreon question for you on the other side of this, and then we'll have one more quick story.
Arden Myrin is with us, and we have one story left, so don't go nowhere.
Stick around, make a sound for more Dumb People Town.
Hey, townies. Guess what I'm doing lately? Listening to books on tape. Specifically, I've been listening to On Writing by Stephen King. It's very cool to hear his interpretation of his own words, and I highly recommend it. But guess what? The best way to listen to it is the way I've been doing it, and that is with Raycon. Yeah, they're the best earbuds that you can use. They are a pair of premium wireless earbuds, and you can get them at less than half the price of the other guys. That's why I'm recommending them. That's why the Sklars recommend them. They are great. They fit perfectly into your ear. You don't got to worry about them falling out when you're running or working out. The sound is crystal clear. They work great for phone calls. I just dig them. I mean, they got 6 hours of playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing, more bass, like a great compact design. And what I really enjoy is a noise isolating fit. They fit in snug, and I only hear what I want to hear. And currently, that's a book by possibly the greatest American author of all time. Guess what? You should enjoy things like I am. You should be hearing things the way that I am. And you can give Raycon a try. They have a 45-day free return policy, so you can make sure that they're the pair of wireless earbuds for you. But I'm telling you, they are. And it's holiday season. Get them for someone else. Somebody who travels, somebody who likes listening to things, someone who's been annoying you with the books that they've been listening to. It's a win-win. So for a limited time, our townies can get 15% off their first order at buyraycon.com/DPT. That's buyraycon.com/DPT for a special 15% discount on Raycon wireless earbuds. Make sure to check it out while the deal is running. Again, that's buyraycon. That's BUYRAYCON.com/DPT.
Support for this podcast comes from State Farm, here with good news and even better news. The good news? State Farm has new lower car insurance rates. The even better news? That means you can now get the service and convenience of a local State Farm agent at surprisingly great rates. State Farm can help you save more cash and get the good neighbor service you deserve. Just talk to your local State Farm agent or visit statefarm.com to find out how much you can save on your car insurance. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Dan, take us home with one last story.
Here we go, friends. Ready?
Yep.
This is sent in by Jeffrey Alberghini.
Hey,
JJ Alberghini.
It's the low-rent Lamborghini. I love it.
Thanks, buddy, for sending these in. Anybody else who wants to send me the story, here's the best way to do it. On Twitter, specifically, type in @DanielVanKirk, type in #DumbPeopleTown, and then throw the link in for the story.
That's how we do.
Like Jeffrey did. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Richmond's Point Mulate. Is that what it is? I don't know.
Sounds racist.
Was the
I had a Point Mulata the other day, and it was fantastic. A little too much milk.
Okay.
A little too You know what? It didn't sit right, but it felt good going down.
Sit right.
It didn't sit right. A little heavy.
A little heavy.
Was the scene of, quote, some type of cult or, quote, activist gatherings over
Don't
the
get me
weekend.
started, Dan. I'm Nexium. Was there volleyball being played? Don't get me started on any of
I
that.
haven't
wanna go
watched
to
that
10?
yet, but I have heard all about the volleyball games. The
Oh, do we
guy
want to go to 10?
loves the
Do we
volleyball.
want to
I
go
gotta
to
watch
10?
it.
Because if we go to 10, we're going to start grabbing everybody's boobs.
Okay, Eric, stop.
I gotta watch
Do
it.
you want to go to 10?
That's a real part that
Oh,
happens.
God.
Are you
Okay.
serious? Do you want to go to 10 weeks to grab everybody's boobs? Oh my God, I can't.
At about 9:30 p.m. Friday, Richmond police responded to the area upon reports of an Antifa gathering.
Okay.
Officers directed a group of 50 people dressed in black attire to leave due to them trespassing on City of Richmond property, according to RPD Captain.
Is that what it was,
Al
though,
Wally?
Dan?
No, and here's why I know it was.
There is no such thing as Antifa.
And there's no uniform. They're all dressed in black. Also, the group, which had arrived via party bus, that's also not how it works.
It's a bachelor party.
I know.
Party bus.
A party bus.
I love any party bus.
I'm going to tell you guys right now.
You are the physical
human party bus.
manifestation of a party bus. Yes.
You know what? I should just sell my house. Just go offer it. Just buy like
Don't sell
everybody
your
else is like
house. I
buying
love your
campers. I should just invest in a party bus and take the rest of the
Dude,
next
if you were
pandemic
like, I
just
wanna
driving
take-
around in a party bus.
Arden, this is how much I love you.
Parties should want to rent you.
Arden, if you were like, here, I'm selecting this group of people to go on a party bus and go across the country for this period of time, and I was selected in that group, I would say to my family, see you later. I'm going.
Are you kidding me?
I'm
You
doing
think
this
you
for
would?
2
Of
weeks.
course you would. You guys, Lisa D, she would get on the fucking
she's
party
coming.
bus. Are you kidding? Booby tiz,
Booby tiz.
Booby tiz.
booby
Wait,
tits, Jody.
I want anybody.
didn't we late night at some crazy Austin?
No, it's probably a Moon Tower.
Aaron Foley.
Aaron Foley. And
Yeah, you
and
guys went to Barbarella.
We went to Barbarella.
You went to Barbarella.
We went to Barbarella.
At 2 in the morning.
And at 2 in the
When
morning,
Prince died.
Arden and I watched a guy hit on Aaron Foley and think that he was going to make
Aaron Foley, who is gorgeous,
beautiful lesbian.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
and you're like,
And we just sat there and we
We're like-
enjoyed it.
we're
Like it
like-
was it was a show.
Well, we all, I think, assumed.
That
I mean,
he knew.
again, we also don't want to. You don't want to make assumptions about people, but he
Right.
rolled up and I thought,
He was
oh,
wearing
this
an
is
old
like a
newspaper
hot.
boy hat.
Yeah, like an old timey hat. He has suspenders on. He seemed
I
like
mean,
a
if
really,
anyone, he was dressed like a lesbian.
Well, that's what I thought. I was like, oh, it's like a really fun, go-go guy. Like that's like he knows, obviously he knows Aaron's gay. And then when he said to her, do you like to party?
And she's like,
Not with you.
Not with you.
No, it was pretty great.
I remember watching
It was
it.
so
Literally,
fun.
it was after 2 a.m. And
It
I'm
was
like,
so
and
fun.
Jay's like, come with us. And Arden, you're like, let's go. And I go, where are you guys going? Like,
We're
we're
the
going
best time.
dancing. I go, Jason, you're going to a club. And Jay looks at me and he goes,
We're the best
I'm
time.
hoping we find some food on the way there.
It was so fun. Are you,
But I had
you
fun.
kidding? I feel like I dance with the Sklar's once every 18
year
months.
with the Sklar's.
Every
Dance with the
18
Sklar's.
months.
Best show
Jay
on TV.
dancing with the
Arden,
Sklar's.
this is how it works. Once a year, you dance with the Sklar's, and then another time, once a year, you and I ride in a minivan from San Francisco or Oakland Airport for
Yes.
Sketchfest. It's like
You
we're always in the same
Can we
transpo
please
vehicle
get back to
together.
that? Well,
Okay,
anyway, a
let's
party
finish
I
bus.
We gotta
partied with
finish
the
this
Sklar's
'cause we
in
gotta-
Austin. I partied with the Sklar's. I danced with the Sklar's in Austin. I'll take my party bus, and then I'll go meet you at the Oakland Airport, and we're going to ride back and forth in my party bus.
There you go.
I'm in.
All right, so let's finish this off because
All
we got to
right, here we go.
Yeah.
A group. So they find these people. They put them all back in the party bus. They're not Antifa. They broke up the incident with no incident, according to the captain. Several hours later, at 1:30 a.m., according to Captain Wally, RPD officers received a report of another gathering and returned to Point Malate, or Malate, however I'm wrongly
Or
saying
flash
it.
mob. It's a flash mob.
A group of 60 people were detained inside a dock building. However, it wasn't for an Antifa gathering, neither was the other one, but rather, quote, for some type of cult gathering. This is the second meeting at this place in one night. The group was listening to recordings about climate change and Mother Earth while assembled around a how many foot long model of a vagina. So these people are in this room listening to recordings about climate change around a large vagina. How many
Was it a
feet-
goop?
I
Was
want
it
my
a
daughter
goop
to go to
gathering?
this.
Okay.
What, Arden?
How many feet is
How many
long?
feet long do you think?
this
The
model of a
vagina was?
vagina? Yeah.
I'm going to say they're in like a warehouse. I'm going to say 23-foot long vagina.
Okay.
I'm going to say it's a 12-foot long vagina.
All right, Jason Sklar.
I'm going to say it's the size of Rosie Perez.
So what's that about?
Didn't she do the
3.5
vagina
feet.
monologue?
She did.
5'2".
Yeah.
5'2".
Okay.
5'2".
They were standing around a 4-foot long vagina. Well done, Jay.
Okay. Hey, Rosie Perez
They were
size vagina.
identified, warned for trespassing, and escorted out of Point Malate. At this time, it is not known what group or groups are affiliated with the gatherings, and no arrests have been made.
I support him.
It appeared the event was well organized, and the group may have had the props and accessories previously staged. I love when normal
Props
people
are staged.
yes, but also find themselves in a cult that's happening.
Okay.
We did that once at a live show. There was like a coffee shop that had a cult gathering in the back.
Speak all of your ills to the giant vagina.
Tell the vagina.
Tell all your secrets to the giant
it's
vagina.
It's like Scientology. It's like vaginatology.
Speaking into the chafing dish.
It's vaginatology.
The incident is still under investigation, and detectives will look further into the group's actions, intentions, and possible targets. There's
targets. If a vagina is at the center of it, it's not going to be dangerous. I'm telling you that right now.
Do you remember that group Elf that would burn down the Hummer dealerships?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now there's an electric Hummer,
There's an electric
Can't
Hummer.
do it. There's an electric Hummer.
But I picture like a group like Elf, but they're like mad about the earth, and like now like the vagina's. I'm actually very. This is very funny to me.
I love this group.
I'm so confused by this.
I'm not.
I'm in support of this group.
Dan, is that
I love it.
Prior to the past weekend's gatherings, the Point Malate shoreline, located near the Richmond San Rafael Bridge, has been the subject of controversy over plans to develop the city site. Maybe these people just wanted to try and take back the land.
Take back
I have
the night.
no idea.
Take back the night.
That
All
is
I know
story
is
number 3. There's a vagina cult going down.
Hey, it's all right.
I'm writing this down because I need to Google this.
That's
this
right.
Is so
it's
crazy.
going down, though nothing's going down on it. All right. I will say this, Arden Myrin.
Not on my watch.
Not on my watch. We love you so much, and I love your book, Little Miss Little Compton. I want everyone to go out and get it.
Please
and
get
we got to
it.
get back to work.
Dum 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 dum. Stick around, make a sound, calm you down. It's Dumb People Town.
Starburns Audio, a podcast network.